Okay, create a geometrical set called tube, as I have in my specification tree, and see if you can't build this from the lessons learned in the revolve or revolution and sphere exercises. This line is 10 inches long along the center. These are spheres with a 1 inch radius. There's a full sphere at 2-inch diameter. Be careful. The boundaries must meet. You can't just have a full sphere on either end. It won't work. It won't be right. I need to make this one piece based on what you learned in the previous demo. Give that a shot. You can pause this video and give it a shot. Otherwise, I'm going to continue on and show you how to do it. I'll create a new geometrical set. Rename that geometrical set to tube. I'll hide the current one I did. I'll hide the measurements and walk you through step by step how I did this. Under wireframe, I created a point. One point was at 8 inches in the X direction. So I'll go ahead and select and 10 inches in the Y. So I'll select OK to that. And then I'll create another point. I'll just do 0 in Y. And then I created a line from point to point. Using that line, I went to surface and I created a cylinder first, because mentally I need that there, but honestly it'd be easier if I didn't do that first. It'd be easier if I did my spheres first so I could see what I'm doing. But in my mind, that's probably how I would do it in production. I would create this, go along that line, and I want to make sure I use the measure item to link it to that line. Select OK to that, select OK, and then I have my cylinder. Then I'm going to put in my sphere, and it remembers the last thing I did. So under the center point, I'm going to try and grab that same center point, point number 10, and it remembers these coordinates. Okay. So what's probably going to happen on yours, you probably have it, it'll do the opposite, where when I go to sphere and grab that point, come on. I'm going to open the tree just because I know it's going to be easier for me to find that in the tree. I want that point. Can you tell it's going on the inside though? Right? So I got to reverse all my numbers. So it's a real pain sometimes trying to figure this out, trying to get it to reverse the other way. Now, the top and bottom are already okay, so it's just the side ones I got to mess with. So you try and grab this one and move it. Oh, it worked. Okay. So let me get it to not work. You might grab this one and try and move it. Of course it works fine. It's probably going to beep you. You got to just kind of keep moving around or change an angle to something so that you can get it out somewhere where you can actually work with it or type in other values. I'm going to try and grab this again. Nope, wrong one. It's getting the bottom one. I want to get this one here. And now it's really hard for me to see the other one. So I got this one's the end. Where's the start one? It's so hard to see the text with the surfaces in there. I think I have it. See, I got it buried way in there. So I got to rotate this out. Okay, now if you just go through and get it like, yeah, I think that's pretty close, and say okay, when I try and make this all one piece, it's not going to like it. When I go to transform and use the join command, this one and this one will be fine because they're touching. But this one is not fine, and also doing a join is a good way to find, oh my god, why? If I hit preview, I should get an error. There we go. It won't accept this. And I'm going to say okay, or say yes to show me the error. And the more I zoom up on it, the harder it is for me to read that text. It just keeps getting smaller and smaller. Ironically, I got to zoom away from it so I can make out what it's saying. And then I try and get close again to see what it's saying. It just keeps getting smaller. It drives me crazy. So for me, I got to actually zoom way out so I can actually read this. And what it's saying is you got an error that the boundaries are not adjacent. So I'm going to cancel that. So when you're doing this, what you want to do here, yikes, I'm just going to middle click right there, tap the middle button to center that. So when I rotate and zoom, it zooms up in that area. I double click on that, and I know my angle's got to be 90, 180, 270, 360, something like that. So at 186, I'm 6 degrees off. I just got to change that to 180. And then this one's 359. That needs to be 360. So I just highlight that and change it to 360. And I hit the tab button just to see if it looks right. And as long as these are at 90, 180, 360, 270, something like that, I know that it's going to work. I'll select OK. And we'll come back and try to join. And I'm going to join actually just right off the tree is the easiest way to do it. Just pick off the tree, and I'm grabbing these 3 parts. Whoops, I accidentally deactivated the cylinder. All 3 of those I want to merge together as one piece. Remember, you want to do federate all. I'll do a new federate, no federate, say OK. So when I put my cursor on it, see it's just kind of highlighting each individual piece. Again, that's an OML surface, this is an OML surface, this is an IML surface, or OML surface. All of them put together would be a MDS surface. So it looks like I'm picking the OMLs right now. I'm going to double click the join and change that to a federate all. Select OK. When I put my cursor on it, notice the whole thing highlights is highlighting the MDS. The MDS surface is all of the OML surfaces put together to make one surface. Alright, so that's how you do that part, and you can create your measurements just to verify that you have it the correct size.